Hello, hello, hello! How are you guys doing today? Let's talk about a little bit of Sister Wives drama, shall we? I'll fly away, oh Lori. Oh Lori. Who's Lori? Lori Brown? Lori Brown, the fifth wife of Cody Brown. I'll fly away, oh Lori Brown. I'll fly away to Flagstaff, Arizona. When Robin and Cody, I'll fly away. Boost! How are you guys doing today? I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Yeehaw! Welcome to the #1 Sister Wives commentary channel on YouTube. Woo! We got some fun over here today, baby. We got some things to talk about. Paedon Brown has been going off again, baby. He's been lipping off again on the TikTok Live, and I am here for it, and I'm going to talk about it. Now, this was not my video that I was going to make for today, okay? No, it wasn't. I had influencer. The next 3 videos that I'm doing over here are heavy, hot influencer drama. In case you're here for the influencer drama, you're not here for Sister Wives. Stick around. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I got big, heavy influencer drama videos. Got them outlined and everything. But I had to talk about this because there's been I feel like these kids are like, I don't know what's going on. Are they trying to keep their paychecks or what is going on? Because it's like, McKelty and Paedon especially are like going on. Maddie this weekend. Now Maddie, I usually like, I just love her so much. And I think that she handles things really well. It's usually like Christine's kids that are like, well, let me tell you what's really going on. But Janelle's kids kind of like I would love to know what Logan thinks about this mess of a family. I mean, Logan keeps it so chill and like he just wants his own life. And listen, I madly respect that. But I kind of would really love to know what Logan has to say about it. But like some of these kids, I'm like, are you trying to keep, like, what is going on? Because I feel like, and it's like, I never, if you had told me, well, first of all, 5 years ago, I didn't watch Sister Wives. I binge watched it 2 summers ago. But if you had told me 5 years ago that I would be making videos every 3rd day about Paedon Brown, first of all, I would have been like, who the fuck is Paedon Brown? I'd be like, I have no idea who that is. First of all. Second of all, if I didn't know who Paedon Brown was, hold on, gotta let it bake. If I did know who Paedon Brown was, I would be like, why am I making drama videos about Paedon Brown? Well, the reason why is because Paedon Brown can't shut his mouth. He can't shut his mouth. Maybe he shouldn't, I don't know. But he can't shut his mouth, and I kind of live for it. But here's the thing, right? Like, so I just got done, for those of you that do not know, and even though I've explained this 15 times, let me explain it again. I have a TV channel. It's linked below. It's right underneath there. My movie channel is linked, and then my TV channel is linked in the description box. It says My TV Channel with the link. And over there, every Monday, I do Sister Wives reaction. So I just watched Sister Wives, Season 20, Episode 3, last night. It's all about the eggplant. And then I take notes, and then I did my 40-minute reaction to it. It's fun. I have so much fun. So over my TV channel, I do my reactions. But I said what I said, and that if Sister Wives came back for Season 20, then any drama that happened that wasn't on the show, I was going to bring over here and do drama videos about it. I was going to do Sister Wives commentary about it. So I really, to be honest with you, I was like, I don't think there's going to be a lot. I thought it would be like speculation about Coyote Pass, or maybe, you know, Mary saying something on a LuLaRoe live stream or something like that. I sure as shit didn't think it was going to be all the kids mouthing off. So just in the last week, I've made, I think, 3, this is my 3rd Paedon Brown video, and I made a video about Maddie, about how Maddie took to Instagram and answered a bunch of questions about her relationship with Cody, and I showed all the Instagram stories. So that was my video that I posted on Saturday. If you want to go see that video, I posted all of her Instagram stories and the questions that she was asked. She got asked about her relationship with Mary. She said she would never let her kids be around Mary, and explained that. She said that she was open to reconciling with her dad, but she didn't feel like her dad could give her what she wanted. She called Robin a liar and said if her mouth is open, she's manipulating. I mean, it was very, very telling. But I was kind of surprised because, like, they've done podcasts and they've done the live streams and stuff, but usually they are very ambiguous about the things they say. Like, they'll say something, but you kind of even have to, like, figure it out a little bit more. Now, let me tell you one of my issues with the show, okay? Is that they keep things off the show, but then, like, they'll take it to TikTok or take it to Instagram Live, or like Mary, like forever is doing those LuLaRoe live selling her tights and things like that. And then she'll say, if I sell 5 shirts, then I'll tell you what about Cody. It's kind of that kind of deal. And I'm like, you have a reality show that you're getting paid $1 million a year for. Now, don't forget, okay, the kids get paid as well. And I know this because back in the day when I talked to Amy Slayton from 1,000 Pound Sisters, I know that those kids got contracts, okay? And they were like running across the living room. It wasn't like they were being interviewed by production. I mean, her sons at the time were so small. So I know that like kids, anybody that's on the show is under contract. So McKelty, Paedon, Tony, Aspen, whenever they show up on film, they're getting a paycheck for that. It just depends on how much of the show they're on. So I'm kind of wondering if we're going to see the kids a lot this season, especially like Paedon, because Paedon's really pushing a lot of storylines offline. Well, here's my thing about it, okay? None of them really want to give any answers on the show, and I don't know if that's because of production. They don't really ever say anything about production because I think that probably has a lot to do with their NDAs and things like that, their non-disclosure agreements. We just found out from Olivia Plath that she is still under a non-disclosure agreement, but she got out of her contract with TLC for Welcome to Plathville, right? So we have no idea what the NDAs say. I mean, the NDAs may say you are not allowed to talk about production or filming. The part that Christine talks about in her book, even that, she talks about production in her book. She talks about specifically one producer that's no longer on the show because this wasn't going the direction that he wanted it to go after she announced that she was leaving Cody. So he left, I think, the season after that. She talks about the production houses where they would film the interviews, but it's very minimal what she talks about, and I'm sure that had to go through legal for the book to even come out. It's not like she's exposing the secrets of production of TLC. And TLC has, like, there's been a lot of speculation about production on TLC anyway, and problems with production and things that have happened through the years. So it's interesting to me that they say certain things, but Paedon especially recently has been coming out and saying a lot of stuff. And I was like, before I could even make this video, people are saying he's retracted his statement. And so I'm like, okay, it was about Dayton, the statement that he made, okay? Now, I think that I have the exact statements of what he said. I found him online. People were saying this is exactly what he said. No, this is exactly what he said. So I'm just going to read some things I found to you. Some of them are from the different Facebook groups. One of them is from the Sister Wives Reddit that I found over there. Because I'm just trying to explain it in detail. But what it was that Paedon was on a TikTok live, okay? Now, Paedon is like on these TikTok lives all the time, okay? And he just like, people ask him questions and it's like, Cody, what's Cody's favorite salad? Well, I haven't talked to Cody. I haven't talked to my dad in 2 years, but I'd say macaroni salad. No, potatoes. Probably Jell-O salad. Probably, I won't eat Jell-O salad because Robin makes Jell-O salad and I don't like, but it's what are you doing? Like, and this is a thing to me. I'm an avid watcher of Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup. I love it. Brittany is my favorite. I'm glad that she's not with Marcelino anymore. I love Brittany. I love her so much. And Brooke and JK last season, they listen. Can we get them on another season of Life After Lockup? Because they just ran the show. I don't love them. Okay, they're messy as shit. But this is giving me Love After Lockup. Okay, Paedon on these TikTok lives is giving me very much Love After Lockup. It's fucking messy. It's like really, really messy. And especially when you're talking about people like Dayton that haven't been on the show for years and years and years. Now, we all speculate like why Dayton isn't on the show and why Logan's not on the show. I think a little bit of it is different though, because like Dayton is Robin's kid, so people I think are a little bit more critical of Dayton, but people are still protective of Dayton too and his issues that he's had and things like that. Dayton's always seemed to me like a really nice kid. And I think it's been made very clear that he just doesn't want to be in filming. Christine says in her books, it was left up to the kids who wanted to be on the show and like who didn't want to be on the show. And as the seasons would go on, you would see kind of some of the kids like float to the background. I mean, Truly, I don't think we've seen Truly this season on season 20 of Sister. I'm like thinking through it. Maybe at Janelle's, like at the beginning. No, because it was just Janelle's kids. I'm like, I don't think we've even seen Truly, have we? Maybe in the background or something like that. So it's really up to like the kids who wants to be on there. Now, you can bet that every time Cody and Robin are doing something, their kids are there, minus Dayton. Dayton hasn't been on an episode in years, okay? Minus Dayton because they want their paychecks. And so every time Freesia, Marisha, Brescia, and Mattress and Chiffon are on camera, Robin and Cody are getting paid off that. And that's important, okay? So they want their kids to be in there. So like this week's episode, they're moving to their new house. And so Freesia, Brescia, Mattress, and Sheet Set, they're all there, okay, in the car, even though Brescia and Freesia are like 25 and 22, and they have gone to a church to get baptized so they can meet men and hopefully get the fuck married and get out of that house, okay, of Robin's antique fucking dolls and spook vision, okay, because they want out of that house. So them trying to meet them husbands at their church they got baptized at. So, but now Robin done moved closer to their church so she can keep an eye on them, so she can peek on them, right? While they're, I don't know, wearing halter tops and real short skirts to church or something like that. I don't know what Robin's thinking, but anyway, so she wants to move closer to the church and to the college and things like that. But they're always in every scene. But a lot of the kids aren't in the episodes anymore. Maddie is, because Janelle lives with Maddie right now. And like Truly is with Christine, but you don't ever see Truly. So McKelty, this whole episode was about McKelty moving. So anyway, but like people don't like speculate a lot about why Logan doesn't. I think we know Logan went to college, and then after that, Logan just kind of was like done with the show. Logan really hasn't been. I mean, there's been moments where like with Michelle, his wife, and things like that. There's been like one episode where they were like together with some of the siblings years ago. But Logan's like never on the show, you know? I mean, he was like in the background at Garrison's funeral and stuff like that, but he's never on the show. And I don't think anybody questions it because people are like, okay, I mean, it's not like they're asking Paedon, why isn't Logan on the show? I think Logan, we know, Logan just doesn't want to fucking be on the show. That's not like who Logan is as a person. I think we get that from Logan. So I think there's more speculation when it comes to Dayton, because Dayton is also younger, and because Dayton's in college, and because they moved to Flagstaff, we now know, because of Dayton going to college. That's why everybody moved to Flagstaff. And so, and then, you know, Robin's moving, you know, closer to. Anyway, so it's like, well, why wouldn't Dayton be on the show if a lot of the reasons for the show were surrounding Dayton? Dayton's exit from the show is also different. It was going to college, but when Logan went to college, and then some of the kids did tours there afterwards, like Logan was the one that gave him the tour. So there was a natural transition, and then Logan would be on like every 4th episode, he'd be on like a Christmas episode, and then Logan just wasn't on it anymore. That wasn't how it was with Dayton. Dayton just all of a sudden, when they moved to Flagstaff, wasn't on the episodes anymore. I mean, maybe like one every 8th episode or something, he'd be in the background, but he just wasn't on it anymore. And so people are like, what the fuck happened to Dayton? And I think there's a lot of natural speculation for all of us out there that watch it, like, why isn't this person on there anymore? But there's other kids that's happened to that people don't speculate about, you know, and stuff like that. So anyway, I saw this go down this weekend, and basically what it was that Paedon he's been in several TikTok live streams, and like in one of them, I don't know if this is the same one, but he was talking about, it's weird he goes back and forth. So he threw out something about, the way I saw it originally was that Dayton is not on the show anymore because Dayton did something bad and we don't talk about it. But he didn't say he got kicked off the show. Now, people have specifically screenshot, like, no, I can't find the live anywhere. I have looked long and hard for this live, but people have written down exactly what he said. But he also said in there, he was like verifying like who his mothers are, and basically saying that Janelle and Christine are his mothers, and he was like Janelle's 4th son. And then he said he had a 3rd mother, and people are speculating that he means Robin, not Mary, because Paedon's the one that's came out with the allegations against Mary and his childhood and things like that. So they're speculating he's not talking about Mary. He's definitely talking about Robin. So then, but he's also really, really harsh in talking about Robin. So then they're like, who is he speculating is his 3rd mother? And then the other thing he talks about in there is that he doesn't like it when they refer to the original kids before Robin as the OG 13, okay? And he's like, we're all siblings. even though like some of us like just share, you know, a father biologically, whatever, like we're all siblings, and it's not a full sibling, half sibling thing. And so he's like, they're all my siblings. And he's talking about Freesia mattress and chiffon, you know, whatever, Robin's kids. He's talking about them, saying that they're my full siblings too. And so he's talking about all them. And he's like, I don't like it when it's referred to as the OG 13, meaning the original kids before Robin came in. And a lot of people do that. And when I was reading the line, they were saying that they feel like that's a malicious thing to do towards Robin. It has really nothing to do with the kids. They're very, very protective of the kids on the show. It was interesting to me because when I was reading some stuff online, people were coming really hard for Paedon and McKelty too. And people were saying, and a little bit Gwendolyn, and they were saying that Gwendolyn does a lot of live stuff and she watched the episodes back and whatever. I wouldn't watch, Gwendolyn's were funny to me. I thought hers were hilarious. Paedon just kind of answers questions. McKelty gets real serious about it. And so what they were saying, the overall take was that McKelty and Paedon were like, they'll make statements, but then they'll pull the statements back. And they'll say, well, that's not what I meant by that, or you're taking it out of context, or I didn't say it that way. So let me read you the post that I saw in the Sister Wives Reddit thread, just because it gives a good explanation of what's going on. Somebody said, I just want to clarify something because I happened to see both of Paedon's TikToks. The first TikTok was a live. Someone asked him why Dayton wasn't on the show anymore, and he said, because he did something really bad and we can't talk about it. A day or two later, there was another TikTok. This is so Love After Lockup to me, with Julius going on live streams with his rap career last season. I mean, why is Paedon going on live stream? I mean, he can do whatever he wants to do, but like, to answer questions about Sister Wives, I mean, it makes me kind of sad. Like, I don't know, like, you've already had, why stir? I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get it. And somebody on here says, like, he and McKelty need to take a cue from Janelle's kids and just live their life offline. A day or two later, there was another TikTok where he said he didn't mean to start a rumor about Dayton, and he doesn't know why he isn't on the show anymore, and although he didn't come out and say he was just kidding and joking around, it's more or less what he implied. Seeing as how he always trying to joke around and be really, and a lot of people are saying that he tries to joke in the same way that Cody does, and Paedon's not funny. Just like Cody's not funny. He makes inappropriate jokes. Seeing as how he's always trying to joke around and be really animated and funny, I think he's just said that about Dayton to be funny and dramatic. I saw there was a post the other day about Paedon's remarks, and it got a lot of comments and likes, and I thought it was important to clear the air and not let Dayton be under suspicion of having done something. Okay, now in this thread, there are like hundreds, and I mean, they post probably 40 times a day. I could not find the original comment, okay? But I did find, hold on a second, I did find it this weekend when I was looking at it. Hold on a second, when it happened, I looked it up. This is on the family group. They posted the exact same thing. Oh my God, they posted the exact same thing on the Facebook group. Okay, that's interesting. So they posted the exact same thing in the Facebook group. But here, by the way, in case you want to get a little bit of Love After Lockup.
Yeah, don't you think I prefer a ring that I haven't paid for myself? That broke son of a bitch can't even do that. I can put $500 on the watch he's got around his wrist, but I can't even get a $50 ring on that dirty son of a bitch.
That's why you watch Love After Lockup, baby. All day long. That's why. See, Paedon, that's what you need to bring to television, okay? That's what you need to bring to television. Well, people were underneath here, and they were talking about, like, what he actually said and stuff like that. Somebody said Paedon would benefit from a little less public exposure and take a look at how Logan and Hunter manage social media. Somebody said, I follow Hunter, watching him all these years, and he reminds me of my son. I hope all the kids are thriving. A lot people want good things for the kids. Somebody said, I don't follow the OG Brown kids on social media. What do I do see of Logan and Hunter? They come across as several accomplished professionals who, despite the insanity of growing up on television, are really good guys. Somebody says, Paedon says 3,000 words when probably 10 would suffice. I tried to watch his stuff, and after a few seconds, I'm like, this is it, I'm out. Somebody said, if McKelty, Tony, and Paedon did a podcast together, 3 days later, they'd still be talking. It's kind of true. Somebody says, that makes sense. Paedon may not like being compared to the guy, Cody, but he was who he calls him, but he makes terrible attempts at humor in much the same way as his dad. I've always gotten the feeling that Dayton just doesn't love being on camera, and once he was old enough to legally speak for himself, he stopped filming. Then they go in here and they're speculating a lot about the Dayton. Dayton also tried to get away from the family only for Sabin to follow him too. I don't know if that's true. They're talking about moving to Flagstaff. Where's the part where people are saying, okay, I stopped the camera because I was like rolling and rolling and rolling and couldn't find it. And I literally had it. It was my first 2 screenshots. So somebody underneath here said, I saw it. He didn't say, I think this was on TikTok. Oh, this is on a TikTok that I found about it. They didn't have his original TikTok live, but they were talking about it. It was like a TikTok talking about sister wives. And when the comments said, I saw it, he didn't say that. He specifically said he was not, that Dayton was not kicked off. None of the kids were kicked off. He just doesn't want to be filmed anymore. And then someone else said he didn't say that. I saw it. The question was, why was Dayton not on the show anymore? Answer was, Dayton did something really bad that we're never allowed to talk about. He never said anything about being kicked off. So apparently what it is that Dayton was not kicked off the show, but that he did something really bad that none of them are allowed to talk about anymore. So I don't know. And there's been speculation online about what that is and what that isn't. There's no confirmed evidence of that whatsoever. But it's just interesting to me that Paedon is stirring all this stuff up. I don't really understand it unless Paedon is going to have a pretty heavy storyline this season. And so he's been active on social media for quite some time anyway, but maybe this is why he's being even more active on social media, because he is going to, I don't know, have a storyline later in the season. So he's really trying to pump it up to remain relevant. I don't know. It's interesting to me, the ones that are staying like online. Okay, when you think about, like, if there's going to be a season 21 or not, and everybody's like, there's not going to be a season 21, well, we didn't think there was going to be a season 20, and there's a season 20, right? It's very interesting to me that Christine put her book out before season 20 came out. That means that I have to believe that they know, if they knew that there was going to be a season 21, which TLC doesn't tell their people a lot of times before it comes out. But if they knew there was going to be a season 21 or there was hints at that, Christine would have waited to put her book out. I think she put her book out because she knew this was going to be the last season. So if she's going to use the show as marketing for her book sales, put it out before the season's released. And that's what she did. So that confirms for me that this is going to be the last season. Well, if that's the case, then if Paedon and McKelty and any of these people know anything about social media, what they know is you have a very short time in the limelight. You know, a year or two after Sister Wives is no longer airing, will people still be going back and watching old episodes? Yeah, I'm watching old episodes now and reacting to them. I went back and I started watching season 1 and I'm reacting to them from season 1, episode 1 on my TV channel. But 2 to 3 years from now, how many people are going to be consumed with the life of the Brown family when the show's not even airing anymore? Nobody's, and they're all living different lives. Coyote Pass is sold. Nobody really knows what Cody and Robin are doing unless they're on some other reality show. No, the Reddit thread's going to die down. People aren't going to be that interested anymore, and they're going to have to go on with their lives. And so for me, it's kind of a little bit of like McKelty and Paedon especially, it's kind of like, we'll hit it while it's hot. So I don't know, and he's just saying all kinds of stuff now. And a lot of people take a lot of issue with Paedon and are like, yeah, he's just like, he's annoying and he's causing problems, and why is he doing this? If you want peace and serenity in the family, maybe not necessarily the way to do that is to bring up even more rumors and then say, I shouldn't have started these rumors. Maybe the best way to do it is just stay off TikTok Live. But I don't know, maybe he's making a lot of money on those. Is he making money on the lives? I don't even know. Maybe he's just got a lot to say. I got a lot to say too. So, but anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.